Wasalamu alaikum azizi mtazamaji, karibu kwenye taarifa za matukio TV 47 awamu ni ya saa 5. Kuna mengi tu mtazamaji ambayo tumekuandalia hii leo, ikiwemo hatimaye vijana watatu waliotekwa nyara mjini Kitengela mtazamaji wamepatikana. Aidha mtazamaji, kwingineko Naibu Rais Rigathi Gachagua amezuru soko la Marikiti siku chache baada ya maandamano ya wafanyabiashara wanaopinga kuhamishwa hadi soko la Kangundo. Aidha mtazamaji, Katibu wa elimu ya vyuoni Beatrice Nyangala amewaomba wahadhiri wanaogoma kusitisha mgomo wao na wanafunzi kukubali mfumo mpya ufadhili wa elimu. Aidha mtazamaji, tutakuwa tukiangazia taarifa hii ambayo inaendelea kutukia, ni maandalizi ya sherehe za siku ya amani duniani itakayoadhimishwa siku ya 21 mwezi huu wa Septemba katika uwanja wa michezo wa Kishaunet, kaunti ya Pokot Magharibi zimekamilika mtazamaji. Ni baadhi tu ya taarifa ambazo zinaendelea kutukia na tutakuwa tukikutaarifu kwa njia kabisa katika taarifa hizi za matukio TV 47 awamu ya saa 5. Tuanze kwa kupata methali ya leo.
Methali ya leo: usione kwenda mbele, kurudi nyuma si kazi.
Maana ya methali hii ni kwamba unapofanikiwa usiwadharau wale uliowaacha chini, kwani huenda ukaporomoka na kujipata pambaya hata kuliko mbeleni.
Matumizi: methali hii hutumiwa kuwahimiza wanaopata ufanisi kuwa wanyenyekevu siku zote.
Methali nyingine yenye maana sawa na hii ni mpanda ngazi hushuka. Aidha, pavumapo palilie, kudamirika si kazi.
Na mtazamaji, unatupata mbashara kupitia mitandao yetu yote ya kijamii TV47, YouTube, Facebook na pia X. Jina langu ni Ruga Ival. Hujambo na karibu. Katibu wa elimu ya juu Daktari Beatrice Nyangala anawaomba wanafunzi wa vyuo vikuu kukubali mfumo mpya wa ufadhili wa elimu. Akizungumza wakati wa mahafali ya 9 yaliyofanyika katika chuo kikuu cha Embu, Daktari Beatrice Nyangala mtazamaji amesema kuwa serikali imejipanga kuweka mazingira mazuri kwa wanafunzi wote.
The government will continue to make higher education more accessible and affordable for all Kenyans, so as to provide more opportunities for all deserving Kenyans. At the heart of the government's determination to make higher education reforms work is the implementation of the financing model that focuses on funding students based on their levels of need. The model has adopted a deliberate and thoughtful approach to create opportunities for students from diverse backgrounds.
The future of the university is bright, but it depends on our ability to embrace modern ways and adapt to new technologies. We need to incorporate new ideas, tools and systems into our teaching, learning, research and administrative processes. This will not only improve efficiency but also enrich the learning experience for our students.
Na mtazamaji, na sasa tuangazie taarifa za siasa ambapo chama cha UDA mtazamaji hii leo kinazindua vuguvugu la Comrades Chapter ambalo mtazamaji litajumuisha vyuo zaidi ya 2,000 kutoka vyuo vikuu na pia vyuo vya mafunzo ya kadri hapa nchini Kenya. Wanafunzi kutoka vyuo hivi mtazamaji watakuwa wakijumuishwa katika kuhudhuria mkutano huu wa vuguvugu la Comrades Chapter. Basi kufikia hapo, naomba tuvuke moja kwa moja hadi kwenye jumba la mikutano la Bomas tupate kinachojiri.
Zangu mumo, naomba uendelee kwa matumbuizo. Karibu.
Asante sana. Your Excellencies, so that I may not butcher Swahili, I will use English. At this juncture, please appreciate wanadensi kutoka Dekut the K Crew. Makofi kwao. Karibuni sana. DJ. Kidogo tu wafike. Kidogo wafike. Tujikakamue kama vijana. Asante DJ.
Juu hadi yeye anamwambianga mimi ni msanii. Usini underrate. Ni venye tu sasa bado hujajipa vizuri, lakini mimi na believe nikipata platform yenye wase watani sustain wanishike mkono manzi. Craft yangu ni amazing na wase wataipenda, wase wataifurahia.
Attention please. If dancing is not your thing,
You're being requested to please move to my right. You're requested to move to my right. At this juncture, tuko na shairi kutoka kwa Shaban. Tumpigie makofi anapoleta shairi. Shaban.
UDA nimekubali, hiyo imeweza yo. UDA nimekubali, hiyo ndiyo bongeo. Wakitaka wasitaki lazima tutaongoza, inasema wapewe vidonge vyao. Wakitema wakimeza ni shauri yao. Jenzi tumefika tena kwa wingio. Jenzi tumefika tena kwa wingio. Wakitaka wasitaki nasema tutaongoza, inasema wapewe vidonge vyao. Wakimeza wakitema ni shauri yao. Jina langu Shabani Yusuf na ninalo shairi. Mie ni mwanagezi kutoka chuo kikuu cha Zitek. Kwa hivyo naomba mnisikize tu japo kwa kiduchu. Shukrani. Sitonena kwa mafumbo ila tutaelewana. Ishapigwa la mgambo vijana mbele kuona. Tukipanga haya mambo naomba kusikizana. Kumekucha kulichele jenzi tukamua. Migomo yanaboa tena ni hatari sana. Majengo kuyabomoa kwa mawe bila kupona. Kisha eti twatongoa Ruto hatutaki tena. Mbona tusiwajibike vijana tukiamua? Jama tuwe waungwana, tuache Kenya bomo sana kizazi kitochokuja. Nawe cha kwetu bayana, tusije kuharibiwa. Ruto tumsikilize jenzi tukiamua. Inaniumiza sana tukifia kwenye miji, kisha maneno twanena serikali wauaji. Wenye tuliongozana kugomea kwenye miji, mbona tusikae chini kama tulofanya leo? Vijana tukiamua tukae chini na Ruto, sio Kenya kubomoa, lengo kuizima moto. Kwenye moyo kuyatoa maoni hoja nzito, itakuwa njia bora jenzi tukiamua. Muhimu tuwe makini kila neno tunotoa, tufikirie kwa ndani vipi hili litakuwa. Mihemko tuacheni, lilo kubwa la chukua. Tumalize ufisadi vijana tukiamua. Nasema nawe jenzi, maneno yangu elewa. Tunao wetu viongozi wa kulalamikiwa. Tukihisi machafuzi kwenye nchi yamekuwa, tuamini viongozi vijana tukiamua. Naja kwenu viongozi muongozao vijana, zungumzo tukihitaji msijifanye mtaki. Kwani sisi majenzi kupuuzwa hatupendi. Naamini hivi leo vijana tutaamua. Wapewe vidonge vyao. Wakimeza wakitema ni shauri yao. Nasema wapewe vidonge vyao, wakimeza wakitema ni shauri yao. Shukrani sana.
Asante sana Shaban kwa shairi lako. Ndio maana viongozi wapo hapa kuwasikiza. Jenzi, mumeitwa tusemezane. Kwa sasa hivi Mheshimiwa mwenyekiti wa kamati kuu, Mheshimiwa Cecily Mbarire, naomba nimkaribishe director halake wa masuala ya vijana aendelee na ratiba. Karibu, asante.
Yo, Paroti, vipi on boy? Leo tutese bana.
Comrades power. In the wisdom of comrades, no matter how different our colors, we all shine together. Comrades power. Naomba ni recognize party chair yetu, Madam Cecily Mbarire, the Secretary General wetu, Honorable Hassan Omar, Majority Leader, the Senate, Honorable Aaron Cheriot, Party Treasurer, Honorable Jafet Nyakundi, wageni wote mashuhuri ikiwemo our partners, karibuni wote. Kwa hivyo siku ya leo yangu ni machache. Siku ya leo tumesajika hapa kwa sababu ya vijana. Siku hii ni ya vijana na siku muhimu kwao. Sisi kama chama kuna mambo ambayo tulikuwa tunadhamini katika ideolojia yetu. Inclusivity is one of the key things. So as a directorate of the UDA in the special interest programs, what we do, we make sure that the youths are included in the party processes, the women are included, the PWDs are included, and also the marginalized or minority communities' interests are catered for within the party. That is our role. We advocate for the same, and we make sure that the inclusivity is done to the maximum. So now, without much ado, ni siku ya vijana, na vijana ndio walituletea hii program. Kwa hivyo, without much ado, I will tell Kaleche to continue from here so that she will invite others. Thank you.
Asante sana director. Kwa kifupi, Dibura Zainab ambaye ni mmoja wa Comrades Executive Committee, Carol Njambi, Gishangi Gitonga, Tony Blair, tunaomba mkaribie.
DJ, wekea.
Power. Comrades, power.
I stand on the already established protocols. Good morning, everyone. My name is Zainab Dibora Hirbo. I'm the interim vice chair for the UDA Comrades Chapter, and I'm also the vice president, University of Nairobi Student Association. It's an incredible honor to stand before you today as the chair of UDA Comrades Chapter and also the vice president, University of Nairobi. This moment is more than just a lounge. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we believe in ourselves, even though others doubt us. I want to talk about ambition. Ambition is not a dirty word. It's fire that fuels our dreams and drives us to reach for the heights we never thought possible. Embrace your ambition. Don't let anyone tell you you are too young, too inexperienced, or too anything to achieve what you want. If you can dream it, you can do it. As young leaders, it's crucial we take up our space. We must step forward, raise our voices, make our presence known. The world needs us, our ideas, our energy, and our passion. Don't shrink to fit into someone else's expectation. Take up your space boldly and apologetically. Being in a political space, especially at a young age, is about more than just following a particular ideology. It's about being part of change you want to see. Politics affect every aspect of our lives, from education to employment to our future as a nation. We must be actively involved, not just as observers, but as participants who shape the future. In a world where it's easier to reject, criticize, or turn away, let us be leaders who choose a different path, one that demands courage, resilience, and vision. Leadership isn't about shying away from the challenges or taking the easy road. It's about embracing the responsibility to make a tough decision, to stand firm in face of adversity, and to be the solution where others see only problems. It's about connecting with the needs of those we serve, inspiring others to rise to rise to their potential, and creating legacy of positive change. And finally, I cannot overstate the importance of a prayer. In the midst of our plans and ambitions, we must remember there is a higher power guiding us. Prayer grounds us, gives us strength, and reminds us we are never alone. So keep your faith strong and let the prayer be your constant companion. And I also want to take this opportunity to recognize the presence of our dad in absentia, our mentor, our guiding light, the man who believed in us when nobody did, the man who stood with us even when things got stormy, the one who sees right through our hearts, the brain behind this event, Director Daniel Kipto, Director Programs and Partnerships. Thank you so much for believing in us, and may God bless you wherever you are. He's in China. And we want to tell Director Kipto, wherever he is, that we love him so much, and we really appreciate him for this opportunity. And as we launch this chapter today, let's do so with a renewed sense of purpose and believe in ourselves. Thank you, and may God bless you. Let's grow, learn, and lead together. Thank you.
Comrades' wisdom. In the wisdom of the comrades, comrades, even a blind man knows when a beautiful woman is passing. Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, I am a believer. A believer first in God, God who created each and every one of us. I'm also a believer in equality, as God created each and every one of us equal. Comrades, today we are here to mark a very special day. The previous speaker has just recognized Mr. Kipto Daniel, and probably many of you have not seen him. And such is the caliber of people who make real change. Mr. Kipto has stood with us up to this point, and so wherever Mr. Kipto you are, we love you very much, just to reiterate. Comrades, I'm also a believer that power and authority should be used to benefit the masses. Comrades, we had a town hall the other day at the KICC, and I was one of the people who spoke, and I spoke for my people of JKUAT, as I double up to be the Secretary General of JKUAT. Comrades, the fact that you are part and parcel of the UDA party does not mean that we agree with everything that goes on. It means that we are closer to the government to effect more change. Comrades, power! Comrades, power! Say it like a true believer. Comrades, power! Comrades, by being part and parcel of the UDS, you are closer to the government. It means that you have the chance to sit with the government and reason with them. Comrades, acknowledge that a lot of betrayal, but behind me I have a very good example of what friendship can do. Our Secretary General, Mr. Hassan Omar, and our party chairperson, Madam Cecily Barire, have been friends for the longest time. Comrades, you can see where they are. I believe a clap is quite in order. Comrades, we should live here today having created meaningful friendships, having created friends that can stand with us through thick and thin, having created friends who will stand with us in the sunshine and in the tempest. Comrades, let us embrace friendships. I'm also a believer, comrades, that good systems should be replaced by better ones. And in the movement that has just passed, the Gen Z movement, we chanted a lot of things, but comrades, some of the people who were instigating us were in the former government. There is something I do not do. I'm not a hypocrite. I will never hide away from the truth. The previous government found the public debt at 1.7 trillion. And as a financial engineer, and actually does not need any skill that I've studied in school, to know that those people tripled, not even tripled, they brought the debt up by 5 times. Those people have no right to criticize the current government. Comrades, those are part of the reasons that we are suffering today. And so, comrades, as somebody comes to tell us that the president is not working, that the president is just there to steal our money, comrades, the people who have just left power are the ones who have left us in this mess. Let us not allow to be instigated. Let us not allow to be swayed by people who have eaten from the government and who will only complain when things are not going right. Comrades, power! Comrades, power! Viva, comrades, viva! Say it like a true. Comrades, I believe that we are going far. And probably today might just seem like any other day, but today we mark a very important day in the history of our country. Comrades, in the former meeting that we had as UDA, our wise comrade told us that not every cry at night is a cry of pain. Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, not every cry at night is a cry of pain. Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, we have suffered for a long time, We have asked to be included in the government, and this is one of the best opportunities we have. And so as we sit here today, comrades, let us ensure that we make the most of it. I am Gishangi Gitonga, and I am here to serve. Thank you.
I would like to invite Carol Jambi, and I would like to request fellow comrades to observe time. Carol, welcome.
Cecilia Mochitombaire, the Embu Governor, and the Comrade UDA Chairperson, and the designated leaders and the individual in attendance, and my fellow comrades. Good morning. My name is Carol Jambi, representing person with disability, the UDA Student Chapter, and I'm happy. It is an honor. Thanks to His Excellency Dr. William Ruto for giving us this opportunity to launch the Comrade Lounge. And I would also like to thank you, the youth in attendance. Assignment and plan that we have gathered here today to officially launch the UDA chapter. This marks a new chapter officially launched by the UDA chapter. This marks a new chapter in our journey that is filled with opportunity, growth, learning, and community building. So in today's rapidly evolving world, the role of university students is more crucial than ever. We are the future leaders, innovators, and change makers. Only launching a platform. But this will come, today we are not only launch a platform, but we'll unite comrades across Kenya. But we are igniting a movement for inclusion, equality, and the empowerment of every comrade, including... I'm sorry, kindly. And today, as I've said, we are not only launching a platform, but we are uniting comrades across Kenya, but also a movement for inclusion, inequality, empowerment, and every comrade, including those with disabilities. Back in this journey, we must not recognize significance of inclusivity, especially our comrades with disability. This launch is more than a ceremony. It is a commitment of ensuring that no one is left behind and that every comrade, regardless of their disability, circumstance, and has a voice in our community. Comradeship, unity in diversity. Thank you. Comradeship is about unity. It is about standing together, sharing in each other's challenges, and celebrating each other's obstacles. A collective vision, a future where every comrade... Okay. We are bounded by a collective vision, a future where every comrade, regardless of their background, status, or ability, can drive. But for too long, people with disability have faced barriers that prevent them from fully participating in the comradeship. Have the opportunity to change the narrative, that we have the power to make sure that this UDA Comrade Chapter become a beacon of inclusion, a place where people with disability are not only supported, but celebrated for their contribution and potential. Let me remind you, according to the 2019 census, Kenya has over 3.5 million people living with disability. These are not just numbers. They are our brothers, sisters, friends, and our fellow students. Many of them are comrades just like you and me, pursuing their education, inspiring to build a future, striving to contribute to society. Yet many face challenges that we can and must help them overcome. And the importance of accessibility and inclusion in our institution are one of the most immediate barriers people with disability face is accessibility, whether it is physical design of our compasses, the structure of our learning system, or even our social spaces. Too many comrades with disabilities find themselves excluded simply because these environments are not designed for their needs. But we have to make sure we come for them and assist them, because disability is not inability. Imagine, you are bright, very bright, ambitious student who is eager to learn, but you can't attend the lecture because you don't have a lamp to your wheelchair. Imagine you can't attend the online classes, but because you are visually impaired. But UDA chapter, we are here to favor those who are able in different ways. UDA, we will come through for those who face many challenges, and we will help them to be equal, like all of you here. At the UDA Comrades Chapter, we must take the lead in advocating for fully accessible institutions. As UDA, we will ensure classroom, libraries, dormitories, and recreational areas are designed to accommodate all students, regardless of their physical ability. This is not just a matter of convenience. It is a matter of basic human rights. Too often, comrades with disability are also rated, underestimated, treated with pity rather than respect. This has to change. People with disability are not defined by what they can do, by their immense potential, resilience, and strength. As a community, we need to foster an environment where comrades, including with disability, feel valued, supported, and empowered.
Asante sana, makofi kwake, makofi kwake. Asante, asante, asante.
Thank you,
Thank
Carol. Thank you. Thank you. In the wisdom of comrades, I would like to welcome the senior comrades, Dennis Itumbi, Head of Creative and Economy Special Projects in the Executive Office of the President. I would also like to welcome the President of the Vice President in the entire African Commonwealth Youth Council, Honema Sheikh. And we'd like to acknowledge our partners, Oslo and Center for Multi-Party Democracy. In the wisdom of comrades, we are saying it's comrades na UDA. You are here today because you asked to come to the party. For the first time, the only ruling party that has allowed to sit with the comrades. To welcome Tony Blair.
Yes, comrades, control yourselves. Comrades, power. Comrades, power. Comrades, zaga zaga. Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, wisdom. It is better to be a humble prostitute than a proud virgin. Sawa sawa. Yes. Allow me to. Yes, thank you, comrades. I do not have much time. All protocols observed. First of all is to acknowledge the President of Kenya, Ruto, President William Ruto. Yes, in his absentia, he's a very smart man. Last time I voted for Raila, but now the President Ruto, he was too smart. So thank you so much. So I will go into my speech. I didn't write it. I forgot to carry it, though I didn't write it. So thank you so much. Number one, I appreciate all of you for coming here today, because at a time when some of us are in a lot of confusion, you've taken your time to be here. So first of all, congratulate yourselves by demonstrating and putting your hands together. Yes, I'm happy to be here today, and I want to say that I'm excited at the prospect of seeing this UDA Comrades chapter rise like a phoenix to become the next big thing. Clap for that. Yes, so I do not have much to say. I want to say that I'm Onyango Tony Blair from the Technical University of Kenya, and I'm not just speaking as a comrade. I'm a 6th year pursuing electrical engineering, a senior wise man for that matter. So, comrades, wisdom. No matter how handsome you are, you can never seduce your mother. Thank you so much. As I wind up, I'm also speaking as a former aspirant. I've contested for my member of county assembly in Landimai ward in Starehe constituency. Unfortunately, my votes were not enough. So, I'm the standing MCA. There's a sitting MCA and he comes from UDA. I'm hoping, Honorable Secretary General, that next time things shall be well. So, comrades, I want to say that it is very pivotal and very important to be here today. And I'm saying that now we must go beyond just rejecting things. We must be part of giving solutions. Sindio? Yes, as we reject, we say, this is bad, but we can do this and this hivi. Sindio? And I'm happy because the president has been a listening person. The last time, tulikuwa town hall meeting, how many were there? By a show of hands. Thank you so much, my brother. Yes, so we really appreciate. 2 months ago, the president could not call us to sit down, but today the president has outsmarted us. He has invited us here today without even coming here himself. So let us clap for the president. Yes. 2 months ago, we were a heartbeat away from achieving constitutional disorder. 2 months ago, my brothers and sisters, we were saying reject and we were injecting. But my brothers, today, we are saying yes, and that we can actually come down, sit, and come up with solutions. India, I appreciate all of you. I want to recognize in a special way the committee that organized this UDA Students Chapter. My brothers and sisters, comrades, in other parties, when you look at even the youth leaders, they do not even represent the youth. They are not youths, actually. So it is not easy to find a party that can give young people opportunities to organize these events. India, Chinua Achebe says in his book, Things Fall Apart, Comrades' wisdom, that when a clansman invites his kinsmen to a feast, it is not because they do not have enough food at their homes. Is that true? But comrades, I dare say that we do not have enough at our homes, and that is why we are here today. Comrades, power! I therefore say, comrades, that when we shall be leaving this place, at least our M-Pesa balances should be demonstrating that we are... Comrades, power! Comrades, when a bereaved woman has big buttocks, the community quickly organizes the burial of the husband. Comrades, power. As I conclude, I hope that the M-Pesa balances will demonstrate that this was a meeting by the ruling party. Sindio? I'm also hoping that by the time we'll be leaving, DJ, ungetuwekea hata inda moja at least. Comrades, power. Comrades, Ria. Comrades, Zaga Zaga. Comrades, Bob. Yes, allow me also to recognize in a special way Honorable Nimo Sheikh, who was recently elected in Commonwealth. You know Commonwealth? Nimo, kindly wave your... Yeah. Yes. And then lastly, this is now very last. Now, the executive that has organized for us these things, I would not want to leave this podium without recognizing you. So, but yes, kindly come in front. You are bright students. Yes, by the chair, headed by the chair, Mr. Korir. Let us give... Yes, others can also come so that we see them. Dongi quote. Yes, I don't know how we'll do it. Chairman will recognize them.
Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, viva. Permit me to introduce, done by their own self, by my deputy, but also I want to give them the podium so that they may address themselves for you, so that you may detect that wisdom for comrades. Comrades, viva. Let me do the honor for my deputy.
Zainab Deborah, Interim Vice Chairperson, UDA Comrades Chapter. Thank you.
Comrades power! Comrades Ria! Comrades Ria! My name is Moshanga Kiragu. I'm the President Chuka University in the as the Legal and Policy Secretary. Thank you.
In the wisdom of the comrades, an impotent man will never sire children, no matter how long he spends in bed. Comrades' wisdom. My name is Gishangi Gitonga. I am the Secretary General of the UDA Comrades Chapter. Comrades, welcome.
Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, Sigisaga. Comrades, power. Okay, I'm Koesh Ken, Secretary General, former Secretary General Emeritus, City University. I'm also the organizing secretary in this chapter.
Comrades power! Comrades power! Warembo shh. Comrades, my name is Mogesi Maroa. I am the chairperson of the Council of Governors. I sit in the executive committee of the UDA Students Chapter, and I am the president of Mount Kenya University Parklands Law Campus. Thank you.
Comrades power. Comrades Akchu. Warembo hi. Yeah, my name is Robin Omundi Mito. I serve as the Deputy Organizing Secretary of this chapter, and pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Comrades power. Comrades power. Comrades wisdom. Comrades, a short man is not a boy. My name is Uba Abdi, and I'm the treasurer of the Comrade Chapter, and I'm also the treasurer of the University of Nairobi. Welcome all.
Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, transaction. Comrades, transaction. My name is Kipto Ignatius. I'm the president, Dedan Kimathi University of Technology. I'm acting as in the committee, I'm the programs director. Thank you so much.
Comrades, viva! Comrades, viva! I go by the name Newton Kipleting Lagat, the President Cooperative University of Kenya, doubling up as the Deputy Treasurer, Comrades, UDA Comrades Chapter. God bless you.
Comrades of Goodwill, Aaron Kiprotich Bet is my name. I am the president of the Presbyterian University of East Africa, also the president of the Kiambu University Scholar Student Alumni Association. I sit in the executive committee as the DSG, and what I must ensure, my comrade, is that you must get enough fare. Mimi kama mkarabati siongei mingi, but transaction must come to you. And lastly, I want to see all these people, majority of the 14th parliament, being you guys. Pesa ya campaign usijali, sisi tutatafuta na I want to see you guys in the 14th parliament. Thank you.
Comrades power! My name is Ferdinand Awonda, the current president of Zitek University, and also the regional coordinator, Nyanza region in the chapter. Thank you so much.
Comrades power. Comrades power. Comrades wisdom. Comrades transaction. I am Evans Kiprono Korir, student leader from Mount Kenya University. I'm privileged to be here today, and I take this opportunity to welcome all of you to UDA University Chapter. I'm the regional coordinator, Rift Valley region. Thank you so much.
My name is Fidel Castro, the academic secretary at Sept University. Today is a great day. Today is a great day for this, my guy. We have gone from far, and he knows that, and we are going from too far. And I want to give an idea to our comrades. Let's give ideas where necessary. Always trust in God. Otherwise, thank you.
Comrades, wisdom. My name is Ivan Skipkorir Serem, a student leader at Kabarak University and also the chairman for Kericho University Students Association. Under the UDA chapter, I serve as the COG. I want to request for only 30 seconds I say something. To our honorable leaders here, these are great people, these comrades. If we were to write about them, a paragraph will not be enough. Neither will a page be enough. They will require their own book because they are great people. And today, I salute you as great gentlemen. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Comrades power. My name is Doris Cherotich. I'm from Technical University of Kenya. I'm serving as the Deputy Treasurer, Women Rep, Baringo County, 2027.
Comrades power. My name is Lucy Akoth from Kiriri Women's University of Science and Technology. I serve as a deputy leader in UDA Comrades Chapter. Thank you.
Comrades power. I'm Sharon Mokai, a student and a student leader at the Technical University of Kenya. I'm serving as the UDA Comrade Chapter Deputy Secretary General.
Wisdom. I'm Jakunywa Chaibana. Comrades, wisdom. I'm Carol Jambingugi. I'm the person representing people with disability, and I'm the next person representing people with disability in the Senate 2027.
And suck. Kwani hamtaki hivi vitu bwana? Hebu mrudie, Comrade Transact. Sijasikia hiyo. Comrade Transact. Comrade Wisdom. I'm very proud for the introduction of my team. My name is Brian Kipkorir Ruto. I'm the chairperson of the National Comrades Chapter of the ruling party. One thing that I have to say, even you have seen my executive here and my team, it is a purely representation of image of Kenya. Watu wa Murima sumewaona? Watu wa Mtoni sumewaona? Lakini si mimi pia no Rift Valley. Wa Coast pia wako. Lakini kama hujawajua utawatafuta kuintroduce wenyewe. Anyway, thank you so much. Let me hand the mic back.
Yes, comrades kitendawili. Comrades kitendawili. Asiyesikia la mkuu huvunjika guu, si ndio? Yes, so as I wind up, I just wanted to say that whenever you are seated up, make sure that you will not only be called to fill halls, but in 2027 and in the years to come, wewe pia utakuwa MCA, ama MP, ama somewhere, si ndio? But huwezi fanya hizi zote kama hujaregister as a voter. If you do not belong to a political party, there is no meaningful change you can do. Si ni ukweli? Yeah, so the first step ya kufanya, you must belong to a party, belong somewhere, register as a voter, contest, most importantly contest. 3/4 of MCAs in Luo Nyanza cannot speak fluent English. So, and you here are intellectuals in your villages, you are the brightest, you are seated here, they are serving your constituents at home. Food for thought, Sindio. Let me finish with a word of wisdom. Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, wisdom. A man with one leg does not desire a bicycle. Onyango Tony Blair is my name. Thank you so much and God bless you all.
Nimesikia mmesema mstoke bila M-Pesa, si ndio? Comrades power. Nataka kuambia hapa tuko na majenzi wa chama na mmoja ni treasurer wa chama. Mnamjua? MP wa Kitutu Chache North. We have a short video. Alafu ataamuka waongeleshe. Karibu.
Mimi ni treasurer wa chama cha UDA. Leaders hapa nje. A good example, tuko na governor wetu Cecil Mbarire ambaye pia ndio chairperson wa the ruling party, the UDA party, ambaye alikuwa leadership ya Campo. Tuko na the likes of Hassan Omar, Secretary General of the UDA party. Tuko na the likes of Aaron Cheriot ambaye pia alikuwa student leader, Nixon Korir pale. Tuko na kina Babu Owino, MP wa Embakasi East. So tunaambia mavijana wote wa Campo, come pale Bomas on the 13th, to come tuchapiane on issues to do with leadership and mentorship, because si tumesema ka UDA party lazima to mentor the young ones ambao wako Campo. The day after tomorrow, those are the leaders of this country, na tunawa need in leadership positions ili waweze kutransform nchi yetu. Kitu ya pili pia mavijana pia tunawaambia wakam, because tutakuwa tunachapiana juu ya university funding model ambayo imeleta pressure mob. Tukuje tuchapiane, tuelezane the good thing about it and how it can be improved, because tunabilivia kwamba hii model ni fiti, lakini kama tuchapiane tujue hii university funding model iko aje, scholarships na peano aje, help pia tuchapie ni aje tunapata mchuzi wase waendelee kusoma, because unajua education is the only equalizer in life. So kamini tuchapiane pale, tujue form ni gani. Pia president wetu, orezo wetu William Samoei Ruto amesaini kuna majob ka 500,000 ziko pale kwa mtandao under National Employment Authority NEA, lakini mavijana hawajui kwamba hizi wera ziko, because amesign labor bilateral agreements mingi pale. Canada kuna mawera, Saudi Arabia kuna mawera, US kuna mawera. Mavijana wajue hizi wera wanazipataje, kwa apply hizi majob wana apply aje, passport. Wengi wao hawajui vile wana get passport, wengi wao hawajui vile wata travel, na kuna arrangements mingi sana gava imeweka in place ya kumake sure ya kwamba ama vijana wamepata wera, mavijana wameweza kusafiri, waende walete mchuzi hapa Kenya, waweze kujilisha, waweze kulisha familia zao, because tuna believe pale nje kuna the green paper inaitwa $, iko pale nje, na vijana lazima waunde mchuzi. So kamini tuchapiane on the 13th pale Bomas, wase watakuwa wengi, vijana watakuwa wengi, tuchapiane story ya mavijana, tuchapiane story ya ICT, vile mavijana wana make do through media platforms, kama ni pale IG, kama ni pale TikTok, kama ni pale Facebook, tujue vile vijana wana make do, because world imeenda digital. So lazima pia si tuingie digital ka country. Kuna story mingi sana za kuchapiana. So tunaambia vijana, hiyo siku ni yenu, comrades, hiyo siku ni yenu. Come tuna launch the UDA kadhaa. Kisumu tunamuja, Costo tunamuja, Marsabit tunamuja, Nakuru tunamuja, Nyeri tuko pale, Kiambu, Murang'a tunakuja na Ubaya, Western yote, Wasawakaimosi pale tunakaa. Watu wangu wa Kisii pia tutakuwa pale. So majamaa mjipange, vijana mjipange, hii wakati ni yetu. Tunabelieve ya kwanza ya kwamba young leaders, we must mentor young leaders. So vijana tokelezea to launch UDA chapter, UDA Comrade Chapter pale Bomas of Kenya Friday.
Sayote Sasa si lazima M-Pesa ianguke isianguke. M-Pesa ianguke isianguke. Sasa nataka tucheze naye kidogo ndio akitingika hivi aseme tuma hiyo pesa. Tuma hiyo pesa. Mheshimiwa utashuka kidogo. Mheshimiwa utashuka kidogo. Please remember to engage on X, #Comrades na UDA.
Comrades power! Comrades power! Naona mnajua kuvuruta mchuzi. Naona mnajua kuvuruta mchuzi. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to officially welcome you to the UDA Comrade Chapter here at Bomas of Kenya. As a party, we want to thank each and every one of you for coming here today so that we can be able to move together as the young people of this country and as comrades of this country. As a UDA party, we believe in mentoring the young people and more especially in mentoring the comrades because we believe that you are the leaders of tomorrow. Through various universities, most of the people you see in front here today were student leaders. As I've said through that video, a good example is our chairperson, the governor of Embu, Honorable Cecil Mbarire. Our Secretary General, Hassan Omar, was also a student leader. Our brother Aaron Cheriot was also a student leader. Kipchumba Murkomen was a student leader. Babu Owino was a student leader. Millie Odhiambo was a student leader. So, also you comrades, I know and I believe since you've entered into leadership and governance, and you've accepted to get in this early. As you sit here today, I see members of parliament in between this crowd. I see governors in between this crowd. I see MCAs in between this crowd. I see senators in between this crowd. I see MDs in between this crowd. I see CEOs in between this crowd, and I believe you will make it. Comrades, power. Comrades, power. Unajua leo sikuwa najua kuna mawise men wengi sana. Itabidi nitafute Blair polite, tukae chini na yeye anifundishe hizi vitu mzee. Nimesikia leo mmesema break up should not find you single. Mavijana mnasikia? Madem mnasikia? Make sure break up should not find you single, because utalia sana. One thing I want to appreciate you comrades. One is because of agreeing to come here today so that we can discuss 1, 2, 3 issues. First of all, I want to appreciate you so much because of accepting to sit down with the government so that you can be able to air your issues, more especially in the new funding model. Manzema jamaa tuna appreciate sana, because if funding model ni yenu, you guys were supposed to be involved, na tumekubaliana, gava imekubali, Orezo ameweka wasee pale, mkae chini, mchapiane hiyo funding model, because I believe education is the only equalizer, and that was the best thing to do for the youths, and more especially for the students of this country. So tuna believe wale wote wamechaguliwa, because this squad iko hapa, kuna wasa wamechaguliwa kwa hiyo kikosi, mkae chini, muangalie hiyo funding model, na mu make sure hiyo funding model benefits these comrades who are seated here today, because these are the future of this country. So mimi nataka kuwashukuru na nishukuru Orezo sana kwa sababu amekubali kukaa chini na nyinyi ili muweze kuongelea hiyo funding model, because the best way in life ni kukame up na solutions. Mlikubali kuweka strike kando, mkakaa chini mkasema ni aje tuchapiane hii model ili iweze kuwasaidia, kwa sababu life yenyewe ni hard hapa nje. Lazima mpate school fees ilipwe, lazima upate kichele kidogo, ukienda pale upate ka lunch kako na nini na nini. So that was a good idea. So mimi nataka ku appreciate sana. Alafu niwaambie hivi, saa hii sasa nyinyi ndio mtakuwa ambassadors wa UDA pale nje. Sawa? Mmekubali kuwa ambassadors wetu pale nje? Wangapi wanakubaliana kuwa ambassadors wetu pale nje? Ati mnadaishaje? Mnataka mchuzi? Mnataka mchuzi? Ingie kwa mbosho? Comrades transaction! Comrades transaction! Comrades transaction! Angalia nango zimeingia hapo pap. Lastly, as I finish, I'll want to tell you that President William Ruto cares about the young people of this country. Through that, I want to assure you, I know there has been an issue on JSS teachers. I want to assure you seated here today that all our JSS teachers who are on contract make sure between the teacher and the student ratio. Kwa hivyo naambia mavijana msiogope, na kitu ya mwisho nawaambia mkue mnaangalia website za gava, opportunities ziko huko mob, my internship. So kama kuna opportunity, we apply, make sure the first thing ume apply, ume show up, na God at our bless. So I don't want to take much time. Nataka tu kuambia mngangane, opportunities ziko kila mahali. Orezo wetu William Ruto amesign so many bilateral agreements za Canada, US, Saudi Arabia, na hope mse wa National Employment Authority yuko hapa leo ili aweze kuelezea wasee njia wanapata hizi mawera. I don't want to take much time. I want to appreciate each and every one of you, na niwaambie you guys are going far. You guys are going far. Be good ambassadors of UDA, be good ambassadors of your various institutions, because I believe as a community and as a country, when we are united, we will go far as a country. So kwa hayo mengi na machache, nataka kuambia kutoka hapa hiyo mchuzi yenu inaingia hapo kwa Nangos pa. So let me now officially welcome the Secretary General of the UDA Party, the ruling party of Kenya. Karibu sana Bwana Hassan Omar. Karibu.
Ni ungojea ile microphone itengezwe. Comrades power! Wajua zamani, when we were saying this slogan, it has gone through a lot of evolution. From the time I was a student leader at Moi, I was the chairman of the Moi University Student Organization, and at the same time, the chairman of the Kenya National Students Union, KENASU. So zile zamani ulikuwa unatoa kwa moyo. Ukisema comrades unashikilia kama dakika 5 mpaka pumzi alafu ndo naacha ile power inatoka. Nafikiria lakini nasema comrades power namna hiyo, lakini siku hizi naona kidogo mnasema tibi mtialala, transaction, wisdom. Lakini ile moja nimependa hiyo wisdom, wacha nisiseme ni ipi. Hata Cecily aliniambia, isn't a virgin supposed to be proud? Sasa, before I make a few remarks on behalf of the party, nataka mwanzo kabisa wa heshima, because we want to respect you as the Comrades Chapter. We want to be part of you. Lakini muhimu, we want you to drive this Comrades Chapter. It will not be driven by Cecily, it will not be driven by Aaron, it will not be driven by Hassan, it will not be driven by Nyakundi. It will be a chapter of the comrades, for the comrades, and by the comrades. Kwa hivyo, kabla sijaanza, simuko na mwenyekiti, an extremely dynamic young man who over the last few weeks since I became the Secretary General of the party has demonstrated great vision and leadership, pamoja na timu yake of young people who are enthusiastic to change this country for the better. Kwa hivyo kabla sijaendelea zaidi hapo, it will only be right and proper for me as Secretary General to recognize and for him to address this robust gathering. My young brother, an extremely dynamic leader of the UDA Comrades Chapter, Brian Kipkorir. Karibu.
DJ. Okay. Asanteni sana. You know, one day somebody told me that I cannot sing. So today I want to demonstrate that talent without hiding the fact. So kuna ngoma inasemanga yote yawezekana na vijana, yawezekana vijana wakiungana. You know guys, I don't know if I'm right. Do I have that talent? Do I have that talent? You know, you have to confirm for me today if I can sing. But of course, I can do that better in bathroom. So permit me, Her Excellency, Cecilia Mbarire, to read this speech that prepared for these special people, the comrades of this country. Chairperson, UDA, the ruling party, Her Excellency Cecilia Mbarire, Secretary General, UDA Party, Hassan Omar, Dennis Itumbi, the special program for the presidential, National Treasury for the UDA Party, Nyakundi, you have surprised me somehow, but anyway, that's of course. Also, I want to recognize the presence of the ED, Executive Director for the UDA Party, Nicodemus Bore, and also the party secretariat who are present here, and the partners and the leaders and the majority leader of the Senate, Bwana Haron Cheruyot, karibu sana for this event. As I start, fellow comrades and esteemed guests, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Amjambo. Amjamboni tena. UDA. It was UDA na vijana, because we are the young people coming here to provide solution for the issues that this country is facing at the dire time at this moment, and I'm very appreciating for the president for advocating for the youths of this certain creed that are very resilient in their manner and the way they have been demonstrating their presentation of their issues, even going to occupy the streets. But at the end of the day, we have culmination of this event. So as I start, it is an immense honor to stand before you today at this historic event of the launch of the UDA Comrade Chapter, a first of its kind in political history of Kenya, under the theme, Comrades for Inclusive Leadership for Political Processes. Today, we are not just witnessing another event, we are witnessing history in the making. For the first time in Kenya political landscape, a major political party has created an inclusive platform that brings together the youth, the future of this country, in the core of decision-making processes. The UDA Comrade Chapter is a revolutionary movement providing a hub where comrades from all corners of the country can converge, engage, and influence directly to our nation. At this juncture, I must express my heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency the President of this unwavering support for the youth leadership and engagement. He is a leader who not only speaks, but listens to the youth of this country, understanding the listening in the key to solving many of the challenges we face. I also extend my deep appreciation to our UDA party chairperson, on Cecilia Mbarire, who honors us today as the chief guest. Youth leadership has been inspiration to many, as we are grateful for your continued commitment to youth empowerment. To the Secretary General Hassan Omar, the UDA Executive Director, all the directors and secretariat, your dedication to this, ensuring this platform thrived in unparalleled, your guidance has been instrumental in turning this vision into reality. Lastly, to my fellow comrades, you have come together unified under the banner and acceptance this chapter as your own. Today is our day, and this is our platform. We are also privileged to be joined by leaders who were once student leaders, as mentioned before. Themselves, just like us, it is important to acknowledge that many of these national leaders began this journey as comrades, demonstrating that student leadership is a stepping stone to a national leadership. As I say, the university is the John the Baptist, and the leadership in university is the baptism to the national leadership of Kenya. Comrades, power. Comrades, transact. Hata siwasikie. I don't know why. I don't know the transaction from Nyakundi zafanyika on, but I will find it out soon by the detection of the wisdom. They are a living proof that the leadership skills developed on campuses can translate into transformative leadership for the entire nation. Speaking of the journey, allow me to share a personal story. I vividly remember the day I stepped into the UDA headquarters. I was kind of hungry and ambitious and curious, driven by an idea that had yet to take form. I took the stairs, and as a fate will have it, I met Director Sam, who is also in our presence here today. He welcomed me and gave me the space to hear my ideas and offered infallible advice that has shaped my path. Borrowing from the wisdom of the comrade, I suggested that we continue our conversation over lunch, because at the time, I was sure that something was not scorching well in his stomach. The smile that spread across his face, it in that moment told me that I had made the right call. From that day, step by step, my ideas were nurtured and supported by the incredible team of UDA leading us to momentum today. And also I must appreciate Director Kiptoi in the absentia, being abroad in China, for making us to this event of the today. He has been the person who is very influential, understanding the issues of the comrades and taking it to their heart. This is the person who understands us, and we think we can have leaders who listen to the comrades. This is the way forward, because we believe we are the magical number of Kenya, and we are going to make changes coming 2027. For the parliament of this country must be occupied by mostly the Generation Z, who are very dedicated, or they cannot be silenced by the matter that they see the problem that goes in this country, and they need to solve at the table and redesign the shape of this country. Comrades, power! Comrades, transact. Let me continue. As I reflect on this journey, I remember the words from the 1 Timothy 4:12. It says this way, as I quote, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." These words resonate deeply with me, and they resonate with all of us here. We, the youths of Kenya, are not simply the leaders of tomorrow. We are the leaders of today. Age is not a barrier to leadership. It is our values and action that define us. Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, power. The UDA Comrades Chapter was born out of the bold and visionary idea to bring the gap between the ruling party and the youth of Kenya. Our Secretary General, Senator Hassan Omar, was instrumental in making this vision a reality. His call for the youth to step up and own the political landscape was a rallying cry that we answered. This platform allows young people to voice their concern and share their ideas and actively participate in shaping the policies that affect their future. It is a space where the voice of the comrade will not only be heard, but be amplified. Let us be honest, young people. We have been sidelined for far too long. I remember when Shaban was presenting Ashahiri, alisema vijana hatupendi kupuuzwa. Na ni ukweli hatupendi kupuuzwa. Na tutasikilizwa kwa njia inayofaa, na mambo yetu ambayo tunaleta kwa meza yanastahili kupatia ufasaha na yaweze kufanyika vile vile pia tunavyopeana hizo issues kwa leaders zetu waweze kuact upon it. So it's a good idea acted upon, but today we say no more. We are not just asking to be heard. We are demanding that our good ideas to be acted upon. We want an active role in shaping policies that affect our lives, because we are not just stakeholders. We are the majority in this country. By 2027, the youth will be ignorable force with a magical number that can determine the political direction of this nation. Therefore, it is just important, it is critical that an office be established where our concerns and the ideas can be processed and actioned and implemented. This office will ensure that our voices are not just echoed, but lead to the reality, the impact change. Our mission is simply yet transformative, to create an inclusive political environment where young people are empowered. Our voices are not just heard but acted upon. We aim to engage directly with the ruling party on issues that matters most to us, like university funding model, job opportunities either locally or abroad, youth-centric policies, ICT startups promote digitalization of this country, and digital superhighway being one of the better agenda transformation of the economy. Climate change and the national budget making process to make ourselves understand more, so that next time when a finance bill comes, we don't just occupy the parliament, but we resolve to understand what is going on in that issue paper. Now, speaking as a proud member of a Generation Z, we are a generation that occupies every space, from the street to the offices, from the social media to the halls of parliament. We are not here to sit back and watch. We are here to transform the system. We don't want just a seat at the table. We want to rebuild the table, because we know that transparency, accountability, and justice are non-negotiable for us. We are the generation that demand action, and we will not stop until change we seek is achieved. Let me give you a story. When the Gen Zs were demonstrating, the MPs were in the parliamentary service in their National Assembly at the Nairobi. And one thing I realized, it is not that the MPs had a mistake by voting the finance bill. One of the issues that I realized is that there was no platform for the youth to hear their voice, so that they may channel the issues to the MPs, so that they may present it, and certain kind of the clauses that were not really accommodative for this country and the living condition that we existing economical problems that we are facing as a country was the issue that we didn't have. And I think Senator Senator Hassan Omar, our SG, it's my humble request that you being the former student, Aaron Cheriot being the former student, our chairperson of the ruling party, Cecilia Mbere, being the former student leader, it's very important that you make office for these people so that when they visit me at the UDA headquarters, they can come and see me and present their issues so that we may work together, we may be part of this ruling party, we participate in the political processes, and we ensure that we shape this country as it deserves to be shaped, because we have been living in a delusion where the youth have been sidelined, and it's higher time we recognize that the impact of the youth is very impactful for this country. We were seeing the street, and it's higher time we get recognition, and if not, let's be heard and have our own space where we can hear our issues and be acted upon. Bona SJ, I know you are the former student, and you know you are going to do this in your calmability, your accommodability that you have shown us since the previous time. Is higher time you worked on that, and I know when the time comes when you're going to present your own speech, you will confirm with us that our office, by the time coming on October, it will be there, so that the comrades of Kibabii University, once they visit the ruling party, they can also have their place to sit and drink tea as they hear their issue. Thank you so much. The importance of the unity. Sijamaliza, it is our day. It is our day. And I'm going to finish, and then I will hand over to you. And I stand to be guided, Bwana SG. Let me talk about this, and this is the pointing out the state affairs on the importance of the national unity. But before the change to happen, we must stand together as a comrades. We understand that divide house cannot stand. Unity is our strength. Factionalism has no place in our future and today. And we stand united. We must continue to reject division, embrace the collective power of a generation. Mambo ya kusema mlima imepasuka, hiyo ni mambo ya natural factors wenye wamesoma geography. So we don't want to associate with that. We want the country that is united as a one youth. Tuko pamoja. Tuko pamoja. We need a unified country, a country that knows its place for the future destination, that everybody aspire to be there regardless of the gender, the interest of the figure of the body, the age, and all the intellectual capacity. They can make decisions for this country. Moving forward, our journey does not end here. It begins today. From this event, we will move to the counties, we will engage in town halls, and we will meet the youths. Wherever they are, we will continue to push for the changes we want to see in this country. The UDA Comrade Chapter is just the beginning, and we are only getting started, and it's getting started. If it gets hotter, it's higher time now you leave the room, because the room, when it gets the temperature rise, is about you to purchase the fan. Not a problem to be. In conclusion, as the chairperson, I have to register my gratitude to the UDA party and His Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, for the unwavering support and for the listening to the youth. That president is the authentic president, a president that sits down with the youths and listens to them. Sometimes we understand the difficulty that this country faces. We understand the issues that we are facing. But we know the time will come that these issues will be settled and Kenya will be a better place. Kenya will be a better place. I want to don't let the guards all down. I know time will come and all of us will see the vision of Kenya that we one time aspire by our forefathers who died fighting for this independence of this country. We will not allow the corruption that we see it sucks the youth in this country to still suck the youth. It's higher time. We know the president has tried. In the previous weeks, the president commissioned the EACC, the collection of the money that was robbed in our national budgeting. The recovery we have seen. We are recommending the president to still hold hard and to push for these corrupt leaders to be occupied, to go home, and the youth to occupy those positions so that we may end the corruption in this country. Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, power. Comrades, wisdom. As the chairperson, finally, let's not forget the unwavering dedication of our party leader, the President Dr. William Ruto, whose wisdom vision continues to guide us. His leadership inspires the heart to work harder and aim higher as we build a brighter and more prosperous country in this Kenya. Fellow comrades, I want to take this moment to express my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for taking time to listen to me today. Your attention, your support, and unity are foundation upon which we will build the future we will envision for ourselves and for this great country. It is because of you, the Comrade of the UDA chapter exists and drives. Your passion, your ideas, and your dedication for the cause of the youth empowerment will be driving for the force behind the changes we want for this Kenya. Remember this is not just about one speech of one event. It is about our collective voice. Nyinyi ndio mmenituma na lazima ni present your issues, and I will stand for you until I deliver that. I will not let the guards down. I'm fearless, but also I have a leader who is President William Ruto, who guides us to the higher destination of this country. Listen to one another, stand by each other, and we work together toward the brighter tomorrow. Silence please. Asanteni sana. Hold. Aya, asanteni sana. Permit me to sit. Say something. Okay.
Comrades power! Comrades power! Comrades power! Leo, one of the reasons, leo ni siku yenu. So that's why we had given our brother sufficient opportunity to present to us the aspirations of the comrades. Kabla sijaendelea, wacha nitambue watu kadhaa ambao wako hapa leo na sisi. Wacha nitambue NEC members, National Executive Council members wa UDA ambao wako hapa. Kuna dada yetu Jamhuri ambaye yuko hapo. Tuko na dada yetu Lea Manyariki ambayo yuko hapa. Alafu tuko na huyu mwenzetu MCA ndani ya bunge la Nairobi ambaye pia ni wakili, na yeye ndo anakaa katika NEC ya UDA, Diana Katile akiwakilisha vijana ndani ya UDA NEC. Vile tuko na wale ambao ni washiriki wetu, partners. Tuko na ndugu yetu anaitwa Yomi Jacobs kutoka IRI. Vile tuko na uwakilishi kutoka PS wetu Made, ambaye ni PS wa vijana, ambaye ndio Secretary for Youth Affairs katika Ministry of Sports. Ndugu yetu Raymond Ocheng pia ako hapa. Raymond ako wapi? Ametoka kidogo. Sasa nitaendeleza hii ratiba mbele. Pia nitawaalika kwa dakika moja mbili watu fulani wawasalimie ambao wanajulikana katika masala ya creative economy. Wale ambao wamepewa majukumu ya uzungumzaji, wale ambao wako na majukumu ya vijana, ili na wao pia wajue na wawaeleze ile kitu ambacho wao wanawapangia ama watapanga ama wamepanga. Nianze na ndugu yangu head of the creative economy and special projects katika ofisi ya Rais, Dennis Itumbi.
That congratulations is that today you comrades in the UDA chapter have managed to finally occupy a political party. In fact, this should be a notice that when UDA sits here for an election, you guys are not only going to be occupying a corner called Comrades Chapter, but you are going to vie for these positions of Secretary General, National Treasurer, so that when you say comrades transact, it is going to be one of you seated on this side. And I urge you, you have the numbers, make sure you have a person in the National Committee. Vote your own at the National Committee. Having said that, I will only say 3 things without taking a lot of time. Number 1, that this, as you have been told, is a springboard for you to join national politics. And because that has been expounded by others, I will not go to the detail. Number 2, this is a mentorship platform. And number 3, I now hold a position that you should take advantage of. I want all of you to go back to campus and identify the talents. Most times in this country, we recognize people when they are already stars. We need to change that game and start making the stars from scratch. And for you as politicians in campus to own it. And on that process, you will have my full support. Finally, I wish to recruit all of you to be a special project of the president. On this basis, there are several issues that are a problem and are of major discussion in this country. I started the other day with a new funding model, and I called most of the student leaders in your universities. We sat for more than a month, and finally we agreed on a way forward. I now recruit you on the other issues. Shortly, in another 2 weeks, this government is going to start a discussion on a transition from NHIF to a social insurance fund. I will be reaching out of you because the party now has your contacts. For you to go back to your village with the support of government and my office, to go and explain, after training you to understand what it is, to go and explain in your homes and your neighborhoods what that entails. It doesn't matter how much controversial things are. Leadership is about taking unpopular decisions, because sometimes as a leader you do not have to be popular all the times, as long as what you're selling becomes an issue that benefits the people. I will also be recruiting you to go and explain the Adani issue in the airport. JKIA, for instance. I will explain. Give me time. Let me explain Adani. It's okay. You will have your say. Let me have my say. On Adani, JKIA was built in 1978 to cater for only 7 million passengers per year. As we speak today, JKIA is almost hitting 21 million passengers. There is absolutely no way, as a responsible country, you can continue having an airport that was built to accommodate 7 to squeeze 21 million people. Our neighbors in Rwanda, it's okay. We don't have to agree. Listen to me and you will have your say. It's okay. We don't have to agree on everything. Our neighbors in Rwanda are building a brand new airport to have 7 million passengers. It's okay. Our neighbors in Rwanda are building an airport to reach where we are. We are 7 million. You guys are saying, don't expand that airport. Let Rwanda come and overtake us. Our neighbors in Ethiopia are building an airport that is touted to be the biggest in Africa. It's okay. You have your say and I hear you. However, at the end of the day, because you have joined UDA Comrades Chapter, I will be recruiting you after we have had an exchange where you say, I listen, I say, you listen, and then we see where the facts and the truth is, and then we do it. Ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I wish you well in the UDA's Comrades Chapter. We are going, as you have just noticed, we are going to have very uncomfortable discussions, but we will have them. God bless you and keep you.
One of the reasons we will take these conversations into your campuses, into town halls, so that we interrogate, we disagree, we agree, we disagree, and then we come up with one Kenya. There is nothing wrong in disagreeing, but the most important thing is to keep talking. Number two, now let me very briefly welcome yule msemaji wa serikali, government spokesman, aliyekuwa student leader pamoja na Gladys Wanga, Kenyatta University, ndugu yetu Dr. Isaac Mwaura.
Diokyo Mara. Diokyo Mara.
Nimefurahi SG Hassan Omar, majority leader wetu wa Senate, ambaye tuliserve na yeye, Aaron Cheruiyot, and former student leader, na chairperson wetu ambaye tumekuwa na yeye kwa safari kubwa, my friend Dennis Itumbi, mbunge wa Manyata Kitonga Mkunji ambaye ni mkubwa wa KYPA, na itifaki zote ambazo ziko hapa including Brian Koril. I am very happy to stand before you here today to speak for you for about 2 minutes, just to appreciate this partnership that we have between the UDA party and my office to ensure that we bring on board the voices of young leaders. Kenya, the median age is 19 years, and so this country belongs to you, the young people. One day, I was a student leader at the university, at Kenyatta University, just like you are. Comrades, power! Comrades, power! And I used to aspire that I would become a member of parliament, the first with albinism in this country. Dreams are valid. That came to pass. And I want to say that even you, aspiring to be an MCA, to be an MP, to be a senator, you are in the right place. Because UDA party, it is the present and the future as a ruling party. And I am willing, in collaboration with the SG and the chair, we mentor you together so that some few years to come, you will be the one standing here and speaking to the young people of that time. Some of the people that I used to read in newspapers and see on TV, we ended up serving together in parliament. People like James Orengo, people like Moses Wetangula. So it's possible that within this generation, having joined parliament at 30 years old, having been an advisor to Right Honorable Raila Odinga at 28 years old, even you can make it because you have what it takes. Do not despise yourself. Stand up, be counted, and let's all rally together and help this government to deliver. Because when President William Ruto delivers, the country goes forward. You are the army. Let's spread the message. It's now 2 years, and there are so many things that the government has been able to do. Yet people are yet to fully understand. Today, the cost of living has gone down. Unga is now about 100 shillings. The cost of fertilizer has also gone down. I would want to indulge you to work with my office so that we become the champions, so that we can secure the legacy of His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto. I want to say this. I want to say this, that every successful government can only succeed if it is supported by the people. Comrades, power! Comrades, power! We are the ones who are currently here now, but we are going to take it and give it the baton to you. Are you ready? Are you ready? UDA power! UDA power! Asanteni na Mungu wabariki.
The two members of parliament, one has asked me to give you his most sincere apologies, but he will interact with you in forums to come as we come into your counties and be able to interact and discuss with the students. So do you accept the apologies of my brother Ndindi Nyoro? Nonetheless, we are here with one member of parliament who is representing young members of parliament, the chairperson of the Kenya Youth Parliamentary Caucus, Kenya Young Parliamentary Caucus, ndugu yetu George Mukunji.
Chair, UDA, the government spokesman, our very good friend and leader of the creative economy, Dennis Itumbi, comrade leaders, comrade power. I have to listen to you guys, and what I know is you are also quite tired, so I don't want to take a lot of your time. And if you are to fear anything, fear a hungry comrade. But being a comrade, I also associate with you a lot. Kwanza mimi naitwa Gitonga Mokonji. Mimi ni mbunge wa Manyata kule Embu. Wakati niliingia bunge, wabunge vijana waliona wanipee nafasi kuwa chairman wao. So I'm here as a chairman, young members of parliament. We have been engaging a lot with you guys. Now, I want to say that this is what has been missing. The engagement of our young people in the right places. Now, I want to congratulate the party UDA, SG and chair, kwa sababu wakati hawa vijana hawana nafasi ya kujiendeleza, kupeana ideas zao, they will end up in the streets if they don't have a voice. But when you give them a platform like this, waweze kuleta maneno yao. Bwana SG, I want to say congratulations. Madam Chair, congratulations. Kwa sababu this one will change the trajectory. And mimi ile kitu nataka kushauri chama. Wakati hawa comrade wameongea, wata wasikizwe na matendo ifanyike. Because it is one thing to talk, but it's another thing kusikizwa na matendo kufanyika. And we are in a situation where these comrades are actually supposed to take over this party. Hii chama inafaa kuwa ya hawa macomrades. Sisi tunafaa ku step aside, tuachie nyinyi comrade mrani hii chama ndio iweze kwenda mbele. Ama mnaona aje? Kwa sababu naona 2027 mimi bunge nitakuwa napatana na watu wako na rasta kama rafiki yangu Salasia kwa sababu ya nyinyi vijana. And I want to say that if we do that and we give power, parties power to the young people of this country, then our parties will be the right line of defense kuhakikisha ile maneno serikali inafanya, they are able to articulate them upande ya pale mashinani. I have engaged many of you kwa maneno ya funding model, and because we have leaders here, one of the challenges ile tumekuwa nayo ni information haifiki vizuri. Mimi nataka kushauri ya kwamba this year, because tunatayarisha comrade tena kuingia next year, wakati watu wana register KCSE, wacha waanze kujaza hizo vitu, kusikue na hizi miscommunication, kuwekwa banding mbaya, ndio kila mtu aweze kupewa mahali anafaa kuwa, ili kukue na comrade wenye wanajua ile kazi inafanyika. Ama niaje comrade? Sio iko namna hiyo? Ya mwisho, kwa sababu ya muda, mimi nataka kuambia kuna maneno imebadilika mingi sana katika masomo yetu ya university. Na najua viongozi wengi wenye wako hapa tuliintroduce ile bill inaitwa Duale bill ambaye ilifanya changes katika uchaguzi wetu wa universities. Mimi nasukuma hiyo kitu tutoe, turudi maneno ya kuitisha kura kawaida.
Ikimamba sana.
Mimi ningetaka comrades wakuwe na wale viongozi ambao wamechaguliwa na wao na wanapendwa na wao, kwa sababu mimi singekuwa nasimama hapa leo kama singeanza siasa yangu katika University of Nairobi. Mimi nilikuwa pale kwa Sonu, na ndiyo maana leo mimi ni mbunge wa Manyata hapa leo. So I want to promise you, you have friends, and I want to congratulate my brother Nyakundi. Huyu ni mmoja wa wale tunaita young members of parliament, na yeye ndiye akona kibeti yenu. Kwa hivyo Nyakundi, I want to congratulate you kwa sababu ya kuwa one of those members that are holding high positions in the party. I know the party is going to actually engage these comrades in the right way. Otherwise, mimi usema form ni kujituma, na hiyo ni comrades wisdom, kwa sababu ukikosa kujituma utatumwa, na ukitumwa utatumiwa. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
Just one word. When I became Secretary General of the United Democratic Alliance about 2 months ago, the President gave us the mandate to reset the party and to recalibrate its vision. So nikakumbuka, for the last 1 year, ndugu yetu Daniel Kipto had engaged students. He had actually mentioned it. So nikaambiwa, when I asked them, what are the programs of the party? Nikaambiwa, sijui tuenda kufungua ofisi wapi, sijui tuenda kufungua ofisi wapi. Nikasema, that is conventional. Let us do something unique, something cutting edge, something new. Nikaita ndugu yangu Kipto, akanieleza juu ya hii program. Don't forget, this is the only party in this country where the chairperson of the party and the secretary general of the party met in the streets of Nairobi when they were both expelled from the university. Nikamwambia, Ses, hawa ndugu zetu wadogo wanahangaika sana. We must give them an opportunity to not only hone their leadership, but like what those before us did, for them also to cultivate their leadership and take over the positions of power and responsibility. Mimi nakumbuka the first politicians I met when I was a student leader, chairman ya Moi na Kenya National Students Union, was actually Raila Odinga, James Orengo, and Anyang' Nyong'o. They were sitting together. It is that little opportunity that they opened for us in political leadership that today we stand in these parties proud and tall. Na nawaomba wale ambao watakao kuja kuingia katika majukumu in years to come, you must open the doors for others and keep the ladder constantly for others to climb, even if they are going to climb higher than you. And in you now, because of the challenges, existential and contemporary, that exist in the country today, you have an enormous challenge, not only to correct your present, but also to be the legacy of the future, so that generations after us come talk about you, the Comrades Chapter, you, the comrades of today, as the most golden generation Kenya has ever had. Na hiyo is possible. These responsibilities are surmountable. The challenges are those we can overcome. Na kwa hivyo tulipokwenda to His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, he accepted ya kwanza tukiwa na Cecily Mbarire na huyu ndugu yangu Nyakundi na huyu ndugu yetu Aaron Cheriot, tuataka kuwa na kitu inaitwa Comrades Chapter as a legitimate and popular organ of the UDA party. Akayeka tick, and immediately we moved to its implementation. Nataka kuwashukuru nyote for taking your time, for the trouble, for the commitment to be here. As long, by God's grace, that I sit in the office of Secretary General of the UDA, you will never be alone. As long as Cecily is there, we will do everything practical and possible together with Aaron Cheriot and President William Ruto to ensure your concerns are heard and their results. And we have started this journey. The President is a listening President. He climbed down on the finance bill. He has allowed a lot of comrades to contribute into the funding model, which my chair Cecily Mbarire will speak about. Lakini kutoka moyo wangu nataka kuwashukuru sana kwa kujitolea kwenu, for you to come here as young scholars, to take time out of your busy schedules, learning and other, leo si Friday mnataka wana kudunda, from everything, to come here to at least be part of this process. I am aware katika nyinyi hapa, as humble as you look and as young as you are, one of you one day will lead this nation. One day, one of you will be the best researcher, innovator in this world. Kenya is one of the greatest countries. Kenya is a country that makes us proud. We will not only win marathons and athletics, we will win in the social space, in the political space, in the innovation space, and in the economic space. Kwa hivyo, feel free, umenipa challenge moja. Wajua hii challenge ambayo Brian amenipa ni challenge ndio ambayo rahisi kabisa. Hata anataka kuwe na ofisi ya Comrades Chapter by tarehe 1. Kuja next week utapata hiyo ofisi. If we can't give you space to work from, then we can't give you a place for us to engage. So I hope as we come to your counties in the next 1 month to 2 months, every weekend tutakwenda katika counties tofauti tofauti. Use that as an opportunity to engage, ask hard questions. Wakati mtu anaongelea Adani, sikiza alafu uulize. Wakati mtu anaongelea any issue you disagree with, hard as it might be, ask hard questions so that you can get clarity, and where you agree, agree. Where you disagree, you agree to disagree. Kwa hiyo mengi, nichukue fursa hii kumwalika mwenyekiti wa chama cha UDA ambaye ndio governor, one of the strongest women governors we have in this country, one of the best performing governors in this country, ndugu yangu, rafiki yangu, former student leader of student organization, Amasweo Student Union of Egerton University, Cecily Mbarire.
In the interest of time, let me say all protocols observed. Comrades power! Comrades power! Mimi siwasikii na sitatoka hapa mpaka niwasikie vizuri. Comrades power! Comrades power! Na sasa nimesikia ingine inasema comrades wisdom. Asante sana. I am very, very happy to be before you. And I want to take this opportunity first to give the greetings of the party leader, His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is aware of our being here today and has sent his greetings to all of you, and he says he looks forward to interacting with you in the near future. I am extremely happy to be here because my history, as has been mentioned earlier, emanates from student leadership. I went to Egerton University, and we had a union called the Students' Union of Egerton University, SWEU. I don't know whether that's the name they call today. And I started first by being an assistant organizing secretary in my second year. And then I moved on to being the vice chair. And I made history at the university of being the first woman to get to the position at that level. My chair then was a very vibrant young man called Suba Churchill, who still remains very vibrant in the civil society today. This platform gave me a chance at that time to work very closely with the political leaders of the time. And at that time, being a student leader, we always found ourselves right in the opposite direction of the government of the day, which was then the late President Moi. And those days were not easy, as Hassan will tell you, because if you challenged government as a student leader, you always found yourself expelled from the university. And so I got myself an expulsion, and I was then with even a very popular news anchor today and a journalist, Joe Ageo. Together, we were expelled, all of us, out of university. But through the courts, we managed to go back. But then the politicians in the opposition then, Mwai Kibaki, Raila Odinga, Charity Ngilu, managed to hold our hands and helped us to pay lawyers to be able to go back to university. But then, although the price that time was very high of being a student leader, I'm happy that we've gone to a point where now student leaders can freely express themselves without fear of any form of victimization today. That in fact, you're being called on the table to discuss issues at the time we were shunned and found to be very bad young people. But today, we are changing that narrative, and we are saying that it is time to engage all the youth in the country. It is time to engage the student leaders, because they are the conscience of the society. You are seen to be people who are able to speak out your voices without fear, without favor. And I think the Gen Z revolution, let me say, taught us that the young people are tired of just talking and nobody is listening. And that they are not afraid to speak truth to power. And I want to encourage you to continue in that journey, because if the conscience of society does not speak, society will collapse. So it is your moment, it is your time. And let me also remind you, youth is not a permanent feature. Youth is a transitional season. So while you're a young person, make the best use of it. But I also want to go further and say, having been a student leader, and Hassan and maybe those before me will tell you, I have not seen any political party in the country, whether ruling or in the opposition, that has brought student leaders together to discuss issues affecting themselves and the nation. I'm proud that I'm now in a party that is recognizing comrades. So please, don't just come here and walk away and you're done with it. It is your moment to make your voices heard through this chapter. I want to see that the first presentation of views to the task force on the education, the new education financing model, coming from yourselves as UDA Comrades Chapter. Sit down, put together all your issues, the challenges with the model. Let us take it as a party and say this is the voice of the UDA Comrades Chapter. Speak for those comrades that do not have the opportunity to be seated here today. I am happy that the president, as he was constituting the task force, has actually put young people in that task force. And out of those young people, 14 are coming from this chapter that we are launching today. So it is a beginning. But I have another opinion and observation. Out of this meeting today, let us make sure whatever issues that have been interrogated here. I really loved the presentation by the young girl who was speaking on behalf of PWDs. She spoke very well, had amazing ideas. We need a round table with the president, who is the party leader of UDA, as the Comrades UDA chapter, so that we can be able to share with him some of the ideas that we have. Now, in our time, when we were comrades, if you are known to have gone to State House at that time, we used to be called sellouts. So we totally avoided State House. We even avoided sitting down with any government official. But later on, as we were changing from the KANU regime to the NAC regime, where myself and Hassan Omar was actively involved in forming the NAC Youth Congress, we said it is not enough to keep challenging government from without. Let us go in and make our difference. And one of the things we pushed very hard when we were in the NAC regime was the formation or the review of our constitution that gave birth to the 2010 constitution. There were people within that government that did not want another constitution. They wanted to continue with the dictatorial constitution that we were fighting in our days. So do not feel like it is wrong to sit around a table and push your agenda inside government. There's nothing wrong. You just need to stay put, make sure you're not compromised, and keep your agenda very, very clear and not give up on it. So please welcome. We are not here to tell you stop believing in what you believe. We are not here to tell you please stop challenging us when we do not do the right things. We are simply here to tell you here is a table, let us sit and discuss and be part of the great change that lies ahead of us. We have many programs, and I think they have been mentioned, that are aimed at young people. We want to use this chapter to also talk about these programs and have you be part of this conversation and communicating the same to the young people out there. I'm sure when you go to your homes, especially the villages, the young people there want to hear, what have you heard? What is new? What's going on? We want you to know this information so that you can be able to take it to the grassroots. As we build the ICT hubs in every ward, we want the beneficiaries to be yourselves, so that you can be able to engage in online jobs even when you're in campus. You can be able to earn an extra coin for yourself, and you can live a better life going forward. So I really look forward to having serious engagements with you. I want to promise you we are fully committed to the issues affecting comrades and the young people. And I also want to say that the biggest mistake any leader today can make, any government today can make, is to ignore the voice of the young people. Because it is very loud, it is unwavering, and if we do not listen to you and act on what you are asking us to do, you surely send us packing. And it is not in our interest to go home right now. We want to be part of it. Finally, I've heard Honorable Mukonji say we should vacate the tables and let you in. And that makes a lot of sense, but I'll also challenge you. Don't sit back and expect anybody to vacate the seat for you. You have to fight for it. That is the experience I have. Fight for it, go in. But this is a party that is an all-inclusive party. Across gender, across economic divide, across tribal divide. So it is a party for everybody. Once you get your space, use it and use it wisely and without fear. With all those remarks, may I take this opportunity to thank you so very much as the comrades of this country and ask you to keep soldiering on. And ask you, please occupy UDA without fear or favor and tell us what must be done to make this party a better party for the future. In you, and I want to say this, I first sought my first parliamentary attempt at the age of 24. At that time, I was a very young girl, and as I watched the vice president of SONU speak, I couldn't help but feel a relationship with her, because that is where I began. And I know she's going to go places, and so will all of you, if you stay focused. Now, at the time, it was very hard to win as a young person, because the majority of the voters were of the old age. So they will challenge you about your young age and make you look like being young meant you didn't know much. But now, you have a better chance, because the majority of the Kenyan voter is now youth. So it means there's MCAs right here before us. And I want to tell you, there are no legislators as important as MCAs, because devolution cannot work without them. So please, if you come to UDA, start preparing, and we are going to start building your capacities. Let us know, all of you who want to run for MCA, tuanze kuweka data bank, tuanze kuwa train, tuanze kuwa prepare for that moment. All of you who want to be MPs, please talk now. Let us register you, know which constituency you are interested in. Let us start building, creating a nursery for you to be trained and prepared for that moment. MPs, governors, let us prepare all of you. And eventually, I'm sure from this team, we'll come back to celebrate. And as a party that is very, very conscious of young people, we'll make sure that the nomination fee is not prohibitive to those of you that want to run for office. But don't think merely by saying you're a university student and a university student leader, that is enough to make you what you want to be. Work at it and start now. Safari yanze leo, sio kesho, and I'm sure we'll be able to see you get there. May God bless you all as you go back to your various universities. My door is open to work with you as the chair of the UDA party, and I believe in you and your potential. God bless you so very much. And may I take this opportunity now to welcome our keynote speaker, Senator Aaron Cheriot, who is the majority leader of the UDA, of the Senate, and also
hiyo style. Hii ni style mpya mmetuonesha. So to the chairperson, UDA Party, Secretary General, and comrades that are gathered here, naomba niwasalimie wote, good afternoon. I've been given a very difficult task, addressing hungry comrades at 1 o'clock. I think Hassan conspired with my political enemies so that it looks like what I'm saying doesn't make sense. But I will try and be extremely brief. I will be, I don't want to say that thing that you guys say nowadays. Siku zetu, you will never say that in front of your parents. Nyinyi naona siku hizi mnasema tu, mnashika microphone mbele ya president kwa TV, pastor na watch your parents, na unasema I will be as brief as Mungu na tabia. Kweli jenzi Mungu na malelo. Anyway, we are here for the UDA University chapter. And when I spoke to Hassan Omar and asked him, what exactly do you want me to say? And I was told comrades have said, come, share your experience and listen also. The only amendment that I will add, Senator Hassan Omar, is that perhaps Today's program has been extremely well run, save for only one bit, in my humble opinion. We didn't have an open mic session, something that I believe should always form part and parcel of any gathering with wise people like you. We must also hear from you. And I hope next time when we meet, we will listen more and hear from you more than has been the case today, so that Mike izunguke and people can speak about their issues. But nonetheless, this is a good improvement. And like Governor Cicely has said, it's not every political party in Kenya that creates an intentional avenue for comrades to interact with the members of parliament and those that are in places of authority, so that they share their ideas and speak to the issues that affect their lives on a daily basis, with a view to making our country better, making the lives of the ordinary citizens, including you comrades, better. And therefore, for UDA as a party, I must congratulate ourselves. This is a beautiful step that we have taken. I do hope that we can have more of this, because I know universities are the foundation spring of our future leaders, leaders of the present, and leaders even who will occupy the offices that you occupy today. Senator Hassan has observed quite well, and so has Cecily Barire, that all of us, most of us, if I may correct, that today serve in national offices, we began our journey and our political careers when we were student leaders just like you. I was in Moi University. I equally began my politics as a student activist, even before becoming a leader. Just agitators, people who wanted things to be better at that particular time. And there is always a price to pay. So I hope, because I'm told most of you actually are student leaders by your own right. And I must also co-sign with what the Honorable Mukunji has said, that the best representation for comrades remain to be the older version, the one for universal suffrage, where comrades go to the ballot and one by one they elect the person that they want to represent. So I hope, Mheshimiwa Mukunji, you expedite on that particular bill. Malize, mlete kwa Senate in record time to petition, so that next year, when you do your campus elections, wale politicians waanze kusikia vile ground inaonja. Hii ya saa hii ya kukaa kwa hoteli na watu 10-15, hiyo sio siasa. Hakuna siasa hapo. Real politics ni you mobilize na urukwe na watu, mpaka hata roommates saa ingine apigie opponent, ndio roho yako ianze kuvunjika mapema, ujue siasa sio biashara ya ice cream. It's a very difficult endeavor. And I hope we can still give comrades that opportunity, like was granted to us. Our first very difficult lessons in politics were learned actually out of that exercise. Going around speaking to people, people disagreeing with you. Watu wakubukwa, sijui siku hizi mnaita aje. In our days they were called crossfire sessions, where you get to sell your vision to the people that you want to represent. Wengine wanakubaliana na wewe, wengine wanasema hapana hapana umechoma, toka and things like that. But I'm proud and I'm extremely elated to be here to join you this afternoon. You guys have so much energy. Looking at you, I for the first time I felt old. I'm used to being in Senate with people who are slightly older than me. Lakini nimekaa na kuangalia the way, the energy you have, the way you're dancing, mpaka nimesikia wivu. I wish I was in your place and you guys were here. Ninyi ndio mngekuwa hapa. Mimi nifurahie tu hapo na niseme hapana, hii naweza, hii haiwezi. I am sure 100%. This guy says amini, but unajua as a comrade, the way you guys are, things are, I don't want to say easy, because you will not agree with me. You think they are hard, but this side they are even harder. That's a reality. From somebody who's had the opportunity to sit where you're seated and be sat where I am right now. Borrowing from my experience, just to share perhaps one, because I was told before, even speaking to the issue of why, I'll only speak about two issues. Number one, share my own personal journey in about a minute or two. And number two, why do we want the UDA to have university chapters across all our universities. Number one, like I have expressed, and I said, when we go to Moi University, and this is just a story for maybe you guys, because all of you come from universities that have challenges in one or two things. From our main campus to Eldoret town is a distance of 22 kilometers. Yet at that particular time, we had a cartel. Don't think that cartels came the other day. They have always been there. We had a cartel that were the only people who would license matatus to ply and get into the university and take comrades to CBD. And they were a close-knit group of people. They will never allow open competition. Kalikuwa ka group hapo, and they were very powerful people, led by the head of security. Sasa kama jamaa ako in charge of security, wewe unaweza leta gari yako. And you know, if he doesn't give you the sticker and the approval, there was no way you're going to assist or access the university. We agitated together with various young comrades. Very few, less than 10 people. And we succeeded. If you go to Moi University today, at that particular time, the only matatus that were applying that route were the 14-seater matatus. And of course, comrades, because comrades are wise people, we kept on insisting that bring minivans that can carry more people with less fuel, and therefore charge comrades less fee. But of course, they wouldn't agree because hizi matatus zilikuwa zao. Of course, we had serious agitation, went and did what comrades must do. Kelele, nini, simamisha hii na pale. They yielded and lifted up their hands. Eventually, from a fee of 140 shillings that you were being charged at that particular time to go to university, they allowed minivans to come into the campus that were charging comrades 50 shillings only. More than 100% reduction in what we were being charged. But of course it came at a price, because during the agitation, the university was closed. Agitators, wale walikuwa wanajulikana, wale wanaitwanga ring leaders. Na ubaya yenu nyinyi comrades, wacha tu niseme ukweli, hata kama saa nyingine hampendi ukweli sana. Ring leaders wakishikwanga, nyinyi mnawaachilia. Siku ile tulifukuzwa, hawa walifukuzwa, university tu iliendelea. And we stayed home for an entire academic year. I should have graduated in 2010. I ended up graduating in 2011. Comrades, huyu amestuka ati 2011 mtu anaweza kuwa alimaliza shule. Kwani wewe ulikuwa class ngapi 2011? So, when your colleagues, the last point that I want to say on your comrade life, if your colleagues, student leaders, run into trouble for agitating things that benefit you, musiwaache kwa mataa. Musimame nao. Usikubali kurudi class na jamaa mwenye alikuwa anakutetea ameambiwa abaki nyumbani. Unasema nothing for us without us. Lazima mseme kama kiongozi wetu, president, secretary ama nani, aruhusiwi kurudi kwa class, hakuna nini? Hakuna class. Lakini mara mingi watu wanaachwanga kwa mataa alafu watu wanaanza kukua waoga. And that is what drives fear amongst comrades. I hope that was this version of things then. I want to believe you guys are better and you stand for each other in times of difficulty. Second and final point that I want to speak about is, why do we want UDA to have university chapters? Because like you have been told, UDA as a party is a ruling party today. Many of the policies that we roll out for the country are things that we discuss with ordinary citizens. Because you are the cream of our society, it is our most humble request that you partner with us by understanding, critiquing, and even making better the policies that you are rolling out for the betterment of our country. Many of you have said they want to be members of parliament, members of county assembly, governors, president, all these things that you want to be. To achieve that, you have to be a member of a political party. As we speak today, UDA is the largest political party in the Republic of Kenya, with over 160 elected members of parliament. The second closest party, ODM, has 89. Quite a significant difference. we have more than 50% of the MCAs that are serving in this country elected on UDA. Those are the people that you guys, I want to believe, will be part and parcel at the next general election. That means for you to achieve that, you need to be part and parcel of this party, understand its philosophy, help us do better, critique where we are going wrong, correct us as your leaders and say, no, this is not what we promised, this is not bottom up by our understanding, so that this party becomes better. UDA has elected officials, the only party that has elected officials in 43 out of 47 counties in Kenya. It's only 4 counties that we don't have either an MCA, an MP, a governor, or a senator. Lamu, I think Kisumu, Siaya, and Homa Bay. Lakini sasa vile maneno mnaona inaenda, nafikiri itakuwa 47 out of 47. That is a dream and we want you to partner. Second, from a practicing politician perspective, one of the most difficult things ni kupata certificate ya chama. And you know parties are very strong in our country. Let nobody lie to you. If you've had the opportunity of going through an election, there are voters. Na unajua ni democracy. There are voters who go to a polling station and they don't want anything. Anaambia tu returning clerk niwekee UDA kutoka MCA baka president. Hata ajui anaitwa nani. That is the strength and the influence of our political parties in Kenya and globally. That's why you need to be part and parcel of a political party that favors nobody. I can tell you as a living witness that President William Ruto does not need to know you for you to get the certificate of UDA at the next election. I say this as a living example because before I got the certificate, first time I contested in 2015, I had never met or seen or sat with William Ruto. And so many of my colleagues. That is not the story of the rest and many of these other political parties. Many of these other parties, I don't want to speak about them, but ask those who have had the opportunity. That's why UDA is a party that has the highest number of elected young people in the Republic of Kenya. Because hatuhitaji kujuana na mtu. Many of these parties ziko na patrons na nani, unafukuza certificate paka unainua mkono. I can tell you, and our Secretary General Hassan Omar is here. Those of you that have intention of contesting in 2027, you don't need to know any single person, not the serving member of parliament, not the majority leader. You only need to know the voters of your constituency. Now uende straight baka bunge. If you win, you will get that certificate. I can assure you that. I have ran on a political party run by William Ruto for the last 3 elections. And I give you that as a guarantee. Final point. Unajua vitu ya maana sana. But there is one thing I really want to agree with some of the leaders wenu ambao waliongea. Kwamba, as comrades, you want to grow from just rejecting to also proposing and giving solutions that eventually work. I want to believe that Secretary General Hassan Omar, you are not just setting up this caucus so that we paint the room yellow, we paint our universities yellow, isemekane UDA iko na presence. I believe this will be a feedback mechanism where comrades can also share back their ideas to the party and insist on certain policies that will eventually make it to be the national policies that inform what President William Ruto rolls out. Na mimi najua hiyo inawezekana because our president listens. Mara nyingi akiambiwa hii tumekataa, hii hatukubaliani nayo, he listens and takes time to engage. And I want to believe that the next time he has a town hall in any of our universities, he will also get a time to listen to the wisdom of comrades. Kama wale walikuwa KICC juzi in an open mic contest, wamuulize maswali, yeye ajibu, and we get a better political party. Kwa hivyo, finally, and for the very final time, because niliona kuna, I don't know who it was, ni kama mko na limit, ukipita finally mara 3, mnaifanya kweli inakuwa finally. Nimebakisha 1 ama 2? 1. Umesema 1 ama 2? Oh, imeisha. Sasa opinion wale wanasema imeisha, hebu weka mkono chache. Bas, the last and most important point is on this issue of corruption. Corruption destroys our country. Corruption denies us a better future. I want to plead, and I say this every time I meet comrades like you, that continue the spirit of holding government and your leaders to account, because it's the surest way to secure your own future. Because kama kuna kitu deny Kenya, the takeoff that will have happened maybe 20 or 30 years ago, to move from a third world country into a middle income status and even a first world nation, is this thing called corruption. And that's a reality. And we have to confront it together by actively engaging. This is a challenge that I gave to comrades that I met a few weeks ago. And I said, all of you come from somewhere. You're the leading lights in your community, in your village, in your ward, in your constituency. If you know an average conversation when villagers are gathered, let's say speaking about a particular road that hasn't been properly done, this or the other, mara nyingi, they will be at loss to either explain or to understand how to audit whatever has been done. Lakini sababu nyinyi ni comrades, you have the ability to do petitions, you have the ability to report and do the figures and explain whether there is value for money in a particular project that has been done or not. Therefore, my final plea to you as a closing remark, the fact that you are a UDA member in the UDA Charter does not mean that we don't correct our government, you don't point out when there are difficulties and things that you consider are not in accordance with the promise that has been made by UDA as a party. And not just us, anybody that is in leadership. With those very many remarks, SG Omar Hassan, I thank you for the opportunity that you granted me. I look forward to meeting comrades either in their university, and at that time, like I said, the mic being in your hands so that you get to speak and my ears open so that I listen to you and learn from your wisdom. God bless you. God bless the comrades of Kenya.
Comrades, power! Hey, kuna lunch imekosekana. Two things that I want to first and foremost thank you all for your extraordinary patience and for all being here. I think you have literally lightened our hearts. Watu walikuwa na changamoto mingi, but you have shown that you are resilient and you have come here to be part of us. Brian and your team, UDA, and I can say this with reasonable affirmation, the President William Ruto, and all of us in the UDA party want to thank you most profoundly for having staged an extremely successful event. And in heeding to Aaron's advice, once we come to your counties, it will be an open mic kind of situation so that we can engage. Today was simply a launch. Na nawashukuru sana. Kumalizia kutakuwa na launch hapa. Nasikia kutakuwa na keki. Alafu hiyo keki nasikia tutakata to symbolize the official launch. So sisi na viongozi wenu, hawa kina chairperson na kina Dibora na wengine, tutakwenda chini hapo kukata keki na nyinyi, alafu mutakuja tumalize hii hafla ya leo. Na tena, I want to thank you most profoundly as the party secretary general for the tranquil and the participation of all of you into this forum. Hiyo keki iko wapi bwana? Mimi naongojea keki. Sikuje. Mumeificha hapo? Simuweke hapo katikati ya hiyo karibu na ibebe na wheelbarrow.
Uko. Official launch, tunaenda kulaunch rasmi. Katibu mkuu pamoja na mwenyekiti Mheshimiwa Cecily Mbarire, executive committee members Mheshimiwa Aaron Cheriot pia pamoja na director Halake and 2 more comrades to join there. We launch the Comrade Chapter. Wapiga picha mnaombwa
Okay. Sasa for the launch. No, before then anafaa kunini kusema kwa mic. Kwa mic. Atasema kwa mic kama
that, Mushanga will read us, Mushanga Kiragu, the representatives of the Comrade will read for us the action plan, and the event will be closed by the SG. Let us now watch the dancers from the Nairobi University.
Mnet 3두먼 파이터 2 메가 크루 미션 잼 리퍼블릭을 응원해주세요.
Technology. I come from Embu County, and also I come from Manyata constituency, so I can see my MP and my governor. Thank you. DJ. Oh, I'll be singing a song by Whitney Houston. I'd like to reimagine it. It's about leaders being a future. DJ
harakisha.
in the entire world, in the entire world, it is only a man who wants
we resolve to have an entrenchment in Article 15 of our party constitution to encapsulate the Comrade Chapter. Secondly, we'll move into the town halls discussion in each and every county to further our discussion and improve on the public participation amongst the comrades. And then we also provide the linkage between the comrades and the government for any employment opportunities that will be available so that we can lift each other up. And lastly, we shall help in submitting the memoranda, which will help in informing the policy in the different avenues, in the different departments of government.
Mushanga, 1 minute. Please, comrades who are going outside, kidogo tunamaliza. This is very important. Do not go outside tunamalize.
Thank you so much. God bless you. God keep you. Have a lovely time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mpige makofi. Okay.
Asanteni sana. I think we come to a close. And just one or two administrative issues before we tell one of us to pray and pray for the lunch. We will go for lunch. As we go for lunch, ile inaitwa transact. Ita transact. So we are, because we acknowledge some of you might have to get home in one piece. Kwa hayo mengi, wacha niombe mtu mmoja ama wawili Naona watu wamekuwa wachovu kidogo, but I'm grateful you have sat through to the end of the event. Sasa tunataka mtu ambaye anaweza kutuombea.
Niko hapa.
Wacha wewe. Wacha niite rafiki yangu mmoja ambaye ni katika office of the government spokesman, anaitwa Joshua Arap Sang, atuombee. The only person I am taller than.
Thank you SG. All protocol observed. Tuombe. Mwenyezi Mungu tutashukuru kwa nafasi hii ambapo umetupa kama vijana wa taifa hili na viongozi wa chama cha UDA. Tunashukuru kwa mkutano ambao umekuwa tangia tuanze, umekuwa nasi na sasa tunakamilisha. Tunashukuru kwa vijana hao ambao umewaleta kutoka katika sehemu mbalimbali ya taifa letu la Kenya. Tuwaomba uwalinde, waongoze, na hata wanaposafiri kurudi chuoni, nenda na wao na uendelee kuwasaidia kwa masomo yao, wafaulu na hata wapate mahitaji wanaoitaka katika maisha yao. Tuwaombea umoja katika nchi hii, tuwaombea umoja katika vyuo vyao, na tunaomba hata serikali inapojaribu kukabiliana na mambo ambayo wanahitaji kushughulikiwa, yashughulikiwe kwa nafasi iliyopo. Naombea uongozi wa chama ili waendelee kuangalia na kuendeleza chama hiki kiwe kikuu na chama ambacho inasikia na kutekeleza matakwa ya Wakenya. Tuomba hata kwa chakula ambacho kimeandaliwa wanapoenda kuitumia, Baba itakaze na ufanye iwe ya manufaa katika miili yetu, na kwa sababu yote hayo naomba ni katika jina la Yesu aliye mwamba na mwokozi wetu. Amen.
Comrades